There's nothing like the buzz of a bar on a Friday after work, or a long lazy Sunday afternoon in your favourite beer garden, or a midweek catch up with mates. It's how we connect with friends, family and colleagues by coming together and sharing good times in your venue. But we also have a responsibility to ensure that we provide an environment that complies with the regulatory framework that we're all signatories to. Today, we're looking at trade measurement laws administered by the National Measurement Institute. These regulate transactions where you must determine the price by measurement, something that is super important in our industry as it includes the sale of beer, stout, ale, brandy, gin, rum, vodka and whiskey. Basically, it's about ensuring that Australian consumers get the quantity that they pay for. Sounds simple, right? But it's important, and failure to comply can come with prosecution and fines of more than $200,000 per offence. So let's take a look in greater detail. We love a beer or two across this great land, so let's ensure our patrons are getting what they pay for. Beer, stout and ale must be sold referencing the volume, and the volume served must be accurate. For beer on tap, this usually involves serving in an approved batch-tested glass or jug, made from glass, acrylic or another approved material, with the volume marked in millilitres, ml, or litres, L. With the capacity of a glass defined by either the brim or a capacity Plimsoll line, with the capacity of a jug defined by a capacity Plimsoll line. Of late, we've seen an increasing trend for some beers, particularly boutique or craft beers, to be sold for consumption in mason jars or sold in growlers and squealers for takeaway consumption. This is acceptable providing you let the consumer know what quantity they are buying. A printed or written menu clearly visible at the point of sale or a receipt or swing tag on the bottle will do the trick nicely. Let's take a look at spirits. As with beer, brandy, gin, rum, vodka and whiskey must be sold by reference to volume. And if you're going to free pour, the quantity served must be correct. This usually involves using an approved spirit measure such as thimble measures, egg cups and jiggers. Simple spirit measures must be in capacities of 15ml, 30ml or 60ml, marked with a verification mark, made of a rigid or semi-rigid material. Spirit dispensers must be of a pattern approved under categories 4/5 or 5/6S and bear a verification mark applied by a servicing licensee. Delivered fixed quantities of 15ml, 30ml or 60ml. When selling alcohol using spirit dispensers, there are a few bases to cover. It's operated in the correct manner, kept clean and in good working order. A servicing licensee verifies the dispenser after each repair. Now, wine is a little more straightforward. A bottle of wine, for obvious reasons, is sold by volume. But outside of that, wine doesn't need to be sold by volume and can be sold in unmarked glasses or carafes. However, if you do choose to sell wine by volume, that volume must be accurate. Whilst we all strive to be compliant and adhere to the regulations, there are times when we fall short of the mark. It's not intentional, and in such a fast-paced environment, non-compliance will occur. So what should we look out for? Overwhelmingly, the incorrect use of jiggers or unapproved measures for measuring spirits are common pitfalls. Short pours and long pours. Make sure you measure over the glass so any spills from shaky hands are caught in the glass. Other areas to be aware of include the use of non-approved measure implements, including wine pourers, how much head on a beer, and not pouring wine as per the advertised amount should you choose to sell the wine by volume. Okay, so there's a lot of information here to keep in mind. The most important thing is however you choose to sell your products, it's up to you to make sure the measure is correct. At the end of the day, it's about our consumers. our punters, our loyal patrons that keep coming back to support their local. Let's always support them by doing the right thing and making sure our venues are compliant and our patrons always smiling.